I'm joined by Air Force veteran Jeremy Lam. Jeremy, welcome and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. Fred.
Jeremy, tell me about your military service.
My military service, actually, I enlisted on October 12th, 1993 to December 21st, 2001. I did my basic training at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, and then I went to Shepherd Air Force Base in Wichita Falls in Texas, and also I went back to Wilford Hall Medical Center in Texas, where I did my clinical as a medical lab technician. Then my first sergeant told me my ASVAB scores were too high, so he said, "You know what? You need to go into military intelligence." So I did, and I got stationed at Goodfellow Air Force Base there in Texas, and then I also went to Holloman Air Force Base in Alamogordo, Texas. Then I decided, you know what? I need to learn my own native tongue, which was Chinese Mandarin. So I put in for a test called the Defense Language Aptitude Battery, and I scored really high, so I was able to do that. But first things first, before I did that, I had to be on a waiting list. So I put in orders for Osan Air Base, Republic of Korea, and then after my stay at Republic of Korea, after a year and a half, I went to the Defense Language Institute of Monterey Bay. From then, I went to go to school back at Goodfellow Air Force Base in San Angelo, Texas, and then my final duty station was at Fort George Meade there in Maryland.
Well, thank you for your service. You have a pretty extensive career. What I'd like to ask you now is, how did you find out about the Mission United Lyft Rideshare program?
Well, it was through my Wounded Warrior Project, through our peer support group leader, Paula Edwards.
And could you tell me about the service that you received while you were there?
Yes, I can. Basically, the rideshare program has helped me out a lot because it helped me go to many different things, but it mostly saved my life.
Really?
Yes, it did. Basically, on April 10th of this year, the day after Easter, to April 12th, I thought I was going to have chest pains. I thought I was going to die. And I decided, rather than take an ambulance to ORMC there in Dr. Phillips, I decided to take a lift to the Lake Nona VA Medical Center, so I didn't want to make a scene in my neighborhood because it was around 11 o'clock at night. So that really saved my life, actually, because even though the lift ride was a little bit, it helped me get straight to the excuse me. It helped me get straight to the hospital in time, and I went to the emergency room, and from there to the emergency room, they put me on 4 West there, and from then they determined it wasn't chest pains. Guess what it was? It was extreme heartburn.
Well, that's the better of both. So, but the thing is, what I'd like to ask you is, how beneficial was the Lyft Share a Ride program for you?
It was very beneficial, actually. I was able to use it to go to volunteer, actually, at Soldiers Angels mobile veteran food pantry, actually. That's where I like to volunteer at. I also like to use it to go to our the Disabled American Veteran meetings, and
okay.
And I'm able to do that there, and also I'm able to use it to regular shopping. Go to like Publix, or just go to church, actually. So I was able to do that too.
Was there any challenges for you applying for this particular service for rideshare?
No, there wasn't.
Could you tell me a little bit about the process of application?
Yes. First of all, you have to go through Mission United. There is a application there online, and then I got to talk to Miss Jennifer Hutchinson, who was in charge of Mission United, and you fill out an application, and basically you have to submit your DD-214.
Okay. And I want to ask you also, can you see how the Lyft Rideshare program can benefit other veterans, and in particular our senior veterans. Can you see how beneficial it could be for them?
Yes, for those people who are visually impaired, or just the rideshare program is open to all veterans actually, not just senior veterans, but also those who need rides to like go to places like food pantries, hospitals, employment, legal assistance, or just basically just go anywhere they want to, you know, as long as the rideshare program is available to them.
Yeah, it's really beneficial because unfortunately, a lot of our senior veterans don't have transportation. They don't have the options to have somebody or the finances to have them take them somewhere. So I could see where they could benefit from it. Would you recommend this to any other veterans to take advantage of?
I surely do. I definitely do. I give them a salute for that.
Okay. Can you sum up your overall experience?
Yes, it's been very beneficial to me because I'm able to get to places because I suffer from diabetes actually,
Okay.
and I suffer from diabetic macular vein occlusion, which means I don't get enough blood to the right eye. And my endocrinologist at the VA told me, he's like, Mr. Lam, it's very unsafe for you to drive. So that's the reason why I contacted my peer support group leader and from Wounded Warrior Project, and they gave me this recommendation through Mission United. And I say, and because of that, I thank God every day for Mission United.
And finally, would you refer any veterans to Mission United and the rideshare program?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Okay, because it's benefited you and you see the value of it and how it can benefit them. And would you spread the word throughout the community to other veterans when you see them?
Yes, I would.
Because good information is good, but bad information is not. So
That's
it's
correct.
good to have the appropriate information out there so we can have our other veterans take advantage of the different resources and services that are provided.
Definitely.
Well, I really want to thank you today for your service. And how many years did you actually serve?
8 years, 2 months, 9 days.
Okay, you got it all down to the science.
I even got out at 12 o'clock.
Well, Jeremy, I really thank you for your service and our particular interview today and taking your time and being considerate enough to share your experience with everyone.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Fred.
Jeremy's story is a great example of how Mission United helps connect veterans with the services they need. In just a moment, we'll give you all the information you need to connect with this great organization. But first, we want to tell you about another program. The PACT Act is a new law that expands VA health care and benefits for veterans exposed to burn pits, Agent Orange, and other toxic substances. Several organizations recently participated in a PACT Act outreach that included a town hall where veterans were able to ask questions. Here are some of the highlights of the event.